Hey everybody, I'm Dr. Quinn here with Ozark Holistic Center, and I'm sitting down with Jamie Madrid. She was fantastic enough to come in and do a little interview with me. I love doing these things because it's a chance for us to talk about clients' experiences in here and kind of specific conditions, what's going on, and how we work through the process of fixing it. So in your case, it was actually an issue with your knee. You came in, you've been having for a little while.
Yeah, like almost 9-10 months.
Almost 9-10 months that you've been kind of going with that. Pain in the knee, issues doing even kind of some of your normal day-to-day stuff, right?
Yeah, stairs, any kind of
anything. Yeah,
Yeah.
stairs, any kind of anything. If I can go a little more specific, because you do work with like kids even, I think that was even one of your complaints is you said, hey, I work with kids, I've got to be up, I've got to be down, I have this knee problem. So in our typical kind of applied kinesiology fashion, which is this idea of looking at muscles, if they're inhibited, if they're activated, and how to get them to work, we went through this process of identifying the weak muscles of our knee and correcting them, really in just like a visit or two initially. And you were like, oh my gosh, this is fantastic. Amazing.
It cured me in 10 minutes.
It's cured you in 10 minutes. Yeah, it's cured you in 10 minutes. You have 10 months of this knee pain and problem, cured you in 10 minutes. And it was all good for several weeks until you went to, I think, an amusement park.
Yes.
And just a lot of stairs that day.
A water park where we just rode slides all day and climbed a lot of stairs.
Rode slides all day.
Stairs.
A lot of stairs. As everyone, going up, a lot of stairs.
Yeah.
Comes back in, and this time coming back in, it got a little bit more complicated. So we went through the initial activation process, but the muscles wouldn't actually hold, is what we say. And when you see that happen, especially after a visit or two, and you only get temporary improvement, I immediately start thinking there must be something going on more internally. There has to be a chemical imbalance that's kind of keeping this at bay, especially as specific muscles correlate with specific organs, and so it kind of gives us this window into what could be going on. So you said, hey, I have these different braces that I've been trying out, because this is kind of a cool part of the story. Can I bring them in, or is there a way for me to figure out which one needs to work for me? And I said, yeah, bring them in. So what we'll do in that case, because we'll see that with shoulder issues, elbow issues, knees, we'll have them, you bring the different braces in, we'll actually put them on, and then you go back through that muscle testing. So you can actually figure out muscles that were weak when the brace is on actually become activated, therefore support is gained in that joint. And I say, yes, use that brace. First two typical braces didn't work. The third one, she brought it, which was fantastic, was actually a copper brace. These aren't actually known so much for their brace purposes, but they actually do put a small amount of copper in it in the hopes that the way the body interacts with copper will actually help the stability of the joint. In my knowledge base, I know that copper actually plays this huge role into the gallbladder, and that actually the muscles of the knee, particularly the popliteus, which is hinging and unhinging of the knee, also plays a role and connects back to the gallbladder. So I immediately go, oh man, I missed the gallbladder problem. That's what's keeping the knee from getting better. So we test that, identify it's there, and then we start talking, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, so then we were like, okay. So then we went back to our diet. So immediately we took out what things?
Processed foods and fried foods.
Processed foods and fried foods. Any kind of gallbladder thing, processed foods, fried foods. The other one to throw in there, actually, sometimes it will top that list, is eggs, just because there's a concentrated amount of fat in eggs, and so sometimes I will have to have people take out eggs. So we did that. You personally started up on
A Hepicel, which is it cleans your liver out, all the impurities of your liver, and a
kombucha, yeah. And so she even showed me that product. Looks like a great product to me. So it's a combination of like turmeric, your milk thistle, things that will actually help to detoxify the liver. And so those are the things you're looking at when you're trying to work through a gallbladder issue. Because she had that product herself, a typical thing I'll use in here is called Boldo. We didn't need to start her on that because she had her own product, and so that works great. So after that, did that for a little while, reactivated the muscles of the knee, and where are we at now?
No pain.
No pain. Fantastic.
Which floored me that it could be, knee pain could be cured with diet and supplements and it just cured. It's amazing.
Amazing, right? Just that whole body connection.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy. And that's what was cool about this particular case. As soon as we kind of finished it up, I was like, is there any way you'd let me do a video? Because it's kind of this example of why, and that's the big key there. The kind of thing to focus on is if the pain keeps coming back, If you tried other things and it, fix it temporarily, but it comes back, then we're usually looking at something more internal. And that's not maybe a thought process we often think about. We don't go to that, okay, what else could be wrong elsewhere? And this was just such a perfect example of that. So cool. Thank you, Jamie, so much for coming in, doing the interview. This is fantastic. Thank you, guys.